You'll need to start with a paper bag, some Conte crayons, different colors of Conte crayons, some Q-tips, regular glue, and then we have the gallery glass crystal clear with a brush. To prepare your canvas that you're going to be working on, you're going to need to tear that shopping bag up into one long piece of paper. Once you get it into that long piece of paper, make sure you've got all the edges nice and flat. And then you're going to go ahead and you are going to crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. Smash that up and twist it and turn it so that it'll create textures for your canvas. Flatten this out and tear off any edges that would have printed words on the inside or some extra lines. You want some decaling. You're going to take the Conte crayons and you're going to start doing your drawing or your rendering of your animal. When you're doing this, you can go ahead and start with your darkest areas first and go ahead and fill in and shade and smudge and shadow as needed. This is where the Q-tips may come in handy for some blending. So you can go ahead and smudge with either your finger or you can use the Q-tips. Take your time to work in details within the textures of your animal so that your animal will stand out and pop. Remember, the animals were the main focus of prehistoric art because they were important to the artist at that time period. Once you're done, you're going to take your creature and you're going to put it onto a board. Use Elmer's glue. Go ahead and be very generous and smudge this out so that you'll have a nice sticky surface for it to be applied to the board. Once applied to the board, you want to create some deckled edges or rough torn edges of paper. Take these edges. You may use other pieces of paper from your second animal, texturize them and color them with the Conte crayon, and start using these edges to collage around the edge of your animal, creating the effect of stone. As you glue these down, be careful to set them down so that none of the board shows through. Once you've got all the areas covered of the surface of the board, you're going to start to seal it with a clear coat. Using a brush, you're going to move and smooth that sticky glue all underneath and around the edges so the edges do not stick up. Notice as I'm using the brush, I'm tucking it underneath the edges. I've got a scrap piece of paper underneath the board area so I don't get glue on my table or work surface area. Make sure that you are using the glue in these areas where you can tuck it underneath your collage surfaces. You want to smooth out this clear coat as much as possible. And remember, it's going to go on white, but as it tends to dry, it's going to clear. And it'll give a nice shine and patina to your rendering so that it'll start to look like stone. This is only part one of the project. So we're going to be layering the rest of this later on as we finish up our prehistoric unit.